Hello again everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 3. We are back here at the Coronata Vineyard and we still have some more problems to solve here at said vineyard, so let's go and try and deal with them now, shall we? If we can find the correct path to the problem, whatever the problem is. Coronata Vineyard. How's this described? This line's found Stefan de Coronata once asked a druid to help him be rid of the caterpillars devouring his vines. The druid suggested he raise martins, which love to feed on that insect's larvae. Stefan duly took the druid's advice and soon eradicated the plague not only in his own vineyard but in all the neighbouring ones as well. In return for this bounteous deed, he was awarded a noble title. He chose a blue wolf to adorn his crest, and after deciding he would look foolish parading about with a marten on his shield. Yeah. To be fair, he's correct. It's not the most elegant looking insignia, is it? But each to their own. Each to their own, of course. Oh, more goddamn fucking arc, I suppose. Let's whack a golden aureole on, shall we? Aureole. Here we go. Ah, that was it. Fantastic. I love that scene, honestly, I really do. Like, just that beautiful music in the background with the sort of sunrise coming over it. Beautiful. There we go, that is the place repopulated. And then we had a very brief extra little bar of the battle music there, just to end it all. Oh dear me. List marked with the seal of Liam Coronata. Bogdan, we must take unusual precautions. We still do not know where these giant parasites are coming from, so put out additional guards. Burn torches day and night and never let the fires go out, so those wild plants are vulnerable to fire. Remember, our forest herbarium is vital. Without the flavourings you secure for us, we will never manage to finish producing the spiced wine in which we replace them with taupe. I know men are afraid and do not wish to work, so instead of the sick, which I have heard you are overly fond of using, announce I am raising their wages by 2 crowns, and that furthermore they can report to the kitchen at the end of the week for a pan of pate, Liam Coronata. Yeah, that didn't end badly. Didn't end very well, did it? Right, let's go up here next. I think we can walk it. Fairly confident we can walk it. Bandits. Nice. Oh my god. So smooth, some executions. They never get old. They honestly never get old. I'm just a bit of a sadist, aren't I, really? I just love it. I just love it too much. People getting their heads chopped off. Totally for it. Let's loot this stuff. Right. Unfinished report, key to a travel chest and the Ducal Guardsman's trousers. Right, as per your orders, Philibert, we joined Conrad Veit's expedition, a truly dense fool that one, set out from Caravista, meaning to reach Land Exeter on his own, and best part is, he wasn't going to do any trading along the way. Said he made a bet with some pals that he could reach his goal in less than 80 days. His wagon was chock full of supplies, along with an altogether weighty trunk of Nilfgaardian florins attached to the coach box. We drank and ate all night at the pheasantry on his coin. I've still got heartburn. Didn't hesitate a moment before agreeing to let us join him on our journey. Our suggestion to pitch camp outside the city didn't raise the slightest suspicion. Nia finished the job without even getting our hands dirty, but alas, Zuezan swung the hammer a bit too weakly, skull didn't crack at once, and even though that cretin was drunk as a lord, he howled bloody murder and spooked the horses. To make things worse, they were already harnessed, so they dragged the wagon straight into the lake. We're eager to get the Blazes out of here quick as possible because this place is crawling with those bleeding Knights Errant and Ducal Guardsmen, but as if out of spite, the wagons got stuck in the mud. A large ink blot renders the rest of the report illegible. Well, you kinda got what was coming to you there. Around the world in 8 days. Yeah, that's much more appropriate. Poor guy. Journal from a journey around the world. So this was the guy who had his skull cracked. So I, Conrad Vate, shall do the impossible. In 80 days I shall traverse the entire continent from Caravista to Lanexeter. I spit upon danger and hold in the highest contempt all the small-minded folk who predict catastrophe and failure. I shall prove to my adversaries that betting against me was the greatest mistake of their lives, a mistake for which they shall pay dearly and in Nilfgaardian florins. I am still in Beauclair. To keep my pre-established plan, I should have passed the city by altogether, for I am already 2 days behind, but blast it all, my razor buds fall off from bouncing on that infernal wagon bench. I've reached my limit of hardtack and dry pork, I've earned a bit of luxury, so it's time to visit the famed pheasantry. I made some new friends in the pheasantry, kindred lovers of adventure all. They caught on at once to the idea behind my expedition and decided to join me. Tomorrow we embark together. Yet Zuezan, one of my new companions, suggested we leave the city at once and pitch a camp outside Beauclair. There we shall be able to conduct a thorough inspection of my supplies and prepare for the journey onward. Oh, you poor innocent soul. We have made our provisory bivouac. Not sure how, what that is, but everything was examined. My funds counted to the last copper. Zuezan loaded everything onto a wagon and prepared the horses. I now sit by the fire, drinking Estes and enjoying an evening of relaxation. Life is beautiful. And then came down the hammer.
Wide, heavy wheels. A merchant's wagon.
Yeah, let's be honest. That we can see the wagon from here, can't we? It's pretty apparent. These are the two bandits. Did you? Sorry, sir. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. You had that coming, guys, didn't you? You had that coming. They were not far off getting this treasure either. That's a lot of nice stuff there, isn't it? That's a lot of nice stuff. Good stuff. Right, where are we off to next? Let's go to the northwest first, I think. Do we go to the northwest first? No, we'll go that one first. I think that is one of the problems to solve, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I think we can run it as well. We'll get Roach. We'll get Roach. Getting Roach is always a good idea, because Roach is a very good girl. What are they? Are they... What are they?
Whoa!
Are those, like, standing stones, or...? Interesting. Oh, no, like, they're just the big trees, which have been... Are they trees? I think, yeah. I think they're giant trees which have just been eroded or something along those lines. Right. We've got some monsters to take care of over here. We won't loot that yet. A rabid rock troll. Oh, joys. Oh, you headbutted me there, didn't you, sir? Crush it to mush it, wise words. Oh. One big old cleave. There we go. Not nice things to fight those guys. Right, a letter to Cosmos, Cyril, key to lockbox. Right, what we got? Brother, enough of this hesitation, this fretting, these feelings of guilt. Liam Coronata pays you practically nothing and you've got a family to feed, so do as I say. Load up a car with barrels of that new spiced wine, and in the night, quiet as a mouse, haul away from the estate. Head northwest, and when you cross the stream, you'll find men waiting for you. Give them the barrels. They must be desperate to get this wine, because merely as down payment, they've handed me a pleasantly heavy pouch. Just be careful, because a pair of those vile rock trolls hunt in the Brochure Valley. How trolls end up there, you ask? They were imported for the tourney, for Knights of Battle, for the crowd's amusement. Thing is, they fled the transport and began slaughtering their way across the land. P.S. Hide the share of the down payment I've sent, because if someone finds you with that kind of coin, they'll start asking questions and our business will end quicker than it began. P.P.S. My advice, bury in the pile of dung. No one will look there. Coin doesn't stink. Find the stash in the manure pile. How fucking far away is that? Oh, it's actually at the Coronata Vineyard. Okay. That's fine. So we'll just have to go back over there once we've sort of polished this area off. Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll head directly north. After looting this, there we go. Eat some more grilled pork. Grilled pork sounds pretty gorgeous right now. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds delish. Okay. So we shouldn't have too many more of these to go before we should be able to hit the next part of the Wine Wars quest, which I'm quite curious about. Guarded treasure, guarded by a very angry looking panther. Angry looking, but also now quite dead. Fantastic. That can't be all there was. I was going to say, there's no way. Orders for Calvin, crowns, and raw meat. Calvin, you know I like you, unlike the rest of this lot. You've got a good head on your shoulders, but this thing about a panther. Seriously, lad, you've adopted a diddling panther? A few of our men came back to camp with their bums so bitten they'll have to do standing up for weeks. And the very thought of going back on patrol has them shaking so hard their seams burst. This can't go on. Heard you've even gone so daffy as to give it a name. Hobbs the Panther? You're completely off your nut, aren't you? Now concentrate, because I don't feel like repeating this. The lad who brought you this letter is carrying a hefty coin pouch. That's the lion's share, no bleeding pun intended, of the loot from our last job. The pouch is yours, but you take that overgrown kitty somewhere out in the wilderness and slit its throat. Simple enough? For the sum you're getting from me, you'll buy yourself 2 pure-blooded greyhounds and we can forget the whole thing. That's me being generous. Don't make me change tax, dragon. I'm guessing that the plan didn't really pan out. Whether he tried to slit his throat and it clearly cottoned onto what was happening, or he just refused to do it, and yeah, I don't know. Either way, though, on to the next place we go. Adopting a panther, though, I feel like you are asking for a few issues there, aren't you? Like it doesn't register as being a particularly great idea. There's a trading post here.
Camp's abandoned, but a lot of this damage is recent.
Oh.
Guess I arrived just a little too late. Should look around still.
Yeah, what is this place, actually? Every self-respecting merchant does some business in the capital of Toussaint, going to hear the latest gossip from the famed bells of Beauclair and San Sebastian, or strolling down to the port to see if the docksmen have lost a barrel or two. But truly important business is conducted not in the city, but at this modest merchant's camp, an outpost far from the wine and song-laden atmosphere of Beauclair's eternal celebrations. That's the White Terror again.
Man, bled to death. Big beast inflicted these wounds. Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open.
Oh, delightful. Don't mind me, just nicking the wine supply. Enhance our weaponry, of course, and the armor. So is this meant to be a quest? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is meant to be a quest somewhere or not, but we don't have a quest for it, I don't think. I guess it's just a case of just checking out all of the whole trading post and seeing if we can find things. There's a lot of blood here.
Of the fresh variety. Monster attack was recent.
Clearly. Tracks?
Signs of a fight. Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been.
An aerial
attack.
attack?
Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though.
Oh.
Aerial attack. Must have been. Draconid. Gotta be. Maybe a basilisk? Except these prints don't belong to any variety.
Oh, is this the White Terror, maybe?
Just a little different.
Hello, sir?
Area's dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does nest here. I look after it personally.
Excuse
Look
me?
after it? It's not exactly a pet. Beasts murdering folk who come through here.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not trespass upon its territory.
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today, I learned 2 traders had chosen this route despite the signs. I came as quick as I could to warn them. Too late, alas. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a generous sum as recompense.
Who the hell is this guy? I don't think money is gonna quite replace the dead family. Okay, who are you? Fess up. Yeah.
Who exactly are you? And how'd you develop such an interest in the beast?
Count Borges. Happy to be of service.
Oh, Count Borges,
As
okay.
to the beast, well, this subspecies is our dynastic symbol. The Disalfareses have for centuries signed with the Regulus Platinum. As family legend has it, a female of the species rescued an ancestor, a boy at the time, from a burning building. She took the tyke back to her nest, where she fed him as if he were one of her own youngsters.
Malarkey.
To be
Malarkey.
sure, but beautiful malarkey it is.
Okay, claim this is the last surviving basilisk. Plan to stick to that story?
Claim this to be the last surviving basilisk? How do you figure?
The last of this subspecies. Their population was much larger at one time, see? Before the beech forests were felled.
Mean to suggest a direct correlation between beechwood forest density and basilisk populations?
Indirect, I prefer to contend. Beechwood forests are the chief habitat of roe deer, you see. In turn, a staple of the basilisk diet. When roe deer grew scarce, basilisks made humans their staple food. Enter the witchers. And thus,
He's
we've
clearly
come to
knowledgeable.
this one last specimen. It's a female. As recently as last year, we still had 2. But Yocast's mate passed on, alas.
Eocast?
Should she not have a name? My father dubbed her in honor of my dear departed mother. Yocast was brooding then. 2 eggs. That she cast from her nest, alas, when the male perished.
Families of the victims, you pay them off?
Pay the victim's family's compensation? Why?
These lands have been my family's for decades, granted to us by Duchess Ademarta. Beyond them, the basilisk ventures not, hunts not, it does not kill or destroy. provided it is not provoked. Yet if it does destroy, if it kills, I compensate all for the loss from my own coffers.
Your coffers. Got a store of sons and husbands in there to compensate for those shredded by your beast?
Naturally, I cannot revive the dead, but I do make generous restitution to their loved ones. Just last summer, I paid a leather tooler's widow 800 crowns.
That's a lot of money, to be fair.
Merchant's family, to be duly indemnified as well.
Right, Basilisk, do you know where I might find it?
Where's the basilisk nesting? Any idea?
Of course I've an idea, but you don't really expect me to tell you. Those are not toy swords. I know your intentions.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Mentioned 2 merchants, so I might also look for the other corpse.
Well, he's not budging, is he? So... Silver Basilisk. Is this like an unmarked quest? Because it's not updating with anything, so... okay, so Geralt always liked looking at things that don't exist. Be it a vampire of the human heart or the last basilisk of a species that no scholar has classified, discovering something thought not to be there to be discovered caused him great pleasure. That is why he took an interest in a contract which at first glance seemed banal but proved to be very intriguing. It concerned the last basilisk of the nearly extinct species Regulus Platinum. Right, okay.
Poor man. A horrid death, truly.
So is there any tracks to follow around here?
Strange. These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic.
It is so indeed. A wound from a sterling basilisk festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that.
Nope, got more.
Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Your Coco is so very curious. Strong scents especially intrigue her. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen?
Destabilize the ecosystem?
Consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched. I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
Okay. Either way, we shall use this scent. I'm trying to use the scent anyway. Where is it? Where is it actually going? It's really hard to follow this at the moment. Am I wrong in saying that it just seems to stop? Oh, no, it is going over here. Okay, right, there we go. Well, I think we're onto something now. Yeah. Right, so on that note, guys, we shall end this episode here. Next episode, we shall continue following this scent, and hopefully we'll find this basilisk. So thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next episode of The Witcher 3. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.